Hello, it's Francesca here, and this is I Just Wanna Write, my one-year creative writing challenge throughout all 2024. In fact, at the end of this year, I would love to be able to write down and publish the short stories I harbor within myself and in my atmosphere. So, I want to remind you, I'm not a professional writer. I'm not a teacher here. I'm not selling anything. I'm not teaching you anything. I'm not advertising anything. And I'm not monetizing these videos. I just want to write. And if you want to write with me, you're mostly welcome. Because one of the things I would love to realize through this blog is to create an international community of people that write. Whatever you are a professional writer or not, it doesn't matter. I want a community where we can share all the exercises, suggestions, books, and whatever we can exchange in these times of crisis, divisions, and very heartful experience all over the world. We need some unity, and why not to create some unity around something which is an activity which unites all people. In our case is the writing. Okay. So, going to the exercise of this session, today I also want to explore a little bit about the characters, but I remind you that I am still in the first phase of my experimentation with the vlog and therefore with the writing. It's not, I've been writing since I was a little girl. I've been writing for theater because I was a theater actress in Italy. Now I live in India, and I'm very fast in writing for dialogues and monologues, but fiction is different for me, so I have to train a bit more. And I'm not going to become a professional writer, of course, but I want to become stronger in my writing skills, because I still want to share all the things I harbor within and around myself. So these kind of exercises I'm doing right now are not advanced exercises, but just the first explorations. I explored my inner landscape, and I explored the rhythm, the sounds of the words, small structural things. And also I'm starting exploring with descriptions, twist plots, and in this case we are going to explore a little bit about the characters, but starting from me, starting from us, our lives, because by seeing the scripts of our lives, we can then easily create scripts, or easier. It becomes easier to create scripts for other people, fictional people, characters, since we start to see and understand how the book of our life develops through the years and through the months and through the days. So this exercise is about the character, is about self-exploration. I wrote down something so that I don't lose myself. Speaking in English is not that easy, even if I'm a little bit more fluent than before, but I don't want to miss any details, so I'm going to read what I want to do now, because it's about writing a letter to somebody which hurt us. So as I said before, we explore the characters starting from us, and the characters are not different from us. They have their pain and we have our pain. They've been hurted and we have been hurted. So that means that we are going to explore how these experiences affected our life, and then in the future we can translate or better understand how the experience of a character in his life or her life is affected by certain things, and in this specific case by somebody who hurt us. And I'm going to read. We all have something to say to those who want, or to those who have hurt us. And we often have more than one person to say it to. The wounds of the heart accompany us along the paths of our lives. In this exercise, we will rewrite what is true that we feel to write, the truth, our true feelings, without any restraint or inhibition. The letter, of course, won't be sent to the receiver, because knowing that he or she will never read it, we will be freer to write anything, but just anything that crosses our minds, hearts, and bellies. This is not an exercise in forgiveness. That has to be very clear. We are not doing New Age or things like that here. This is not an exercise in forgiveness, but in self-exploration. Because our creative inner world also feeds and grows on the pains never expressed, the disappointment swallowed, the stabs received, the betrayals never forgiven. So do not take this exercise as a psychological catharsis, although it might have that side effect, but as a creative game in which you empty the sack of all that painful and even dark material that you have accumulated within you because of a specific experience with someone. It will come in handy one day when you have to create a character who hates or resents or is simply too hard to be able to move on in life. I hope I've been able to express properly myself in the aim of this exercise. So, I already know whom I'm going to write about. I'm not going to write about somebody, sorry. I'm going to write to that person. So we don't have to describe the situation. We have to send a letter to this person that gave us a lot of pain and wounds, emotional wounds, or even physical wounds if it happened, okay? So I already know whom to write to. If you don't know yet, just pause the video, stay with this a little bit, and then you take the decision and start again, because we are going to write again together. Writing together adds some quality and adds some energy, even if this is a recorded video, okay? Okay, I will say 7 minutes, not more, even less. Let's do less. 5 minutes. We don't want to be there for too long. Yes, it's painful. So 5 minutes is enough. If you feel like you want to finish before, you stop it before. Okay? I'm going with the countdown. So take your pen, take your notebook, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, I've done it. Cool. I had venting off a little bit. Yes. So you see, how was for you? For me, uh, I'm clearer about few things, and but the aim of the exercise was not just a catharsis, as I said, but an exercise on characters. So, what did I learn through this? In my experience, I choose a person who did a great damage in my life for several years. It was not one experience, it was many years repeating every day a dynamic. And it made a huge impact and damage in my life. I have been recovering from that since long, very long. And I'm still recovering from that. I'm now much better and in another continent. So, the story, the book that could come out of this story, the character is the story of a character that showed some resilience and was very much helped by faith and faith. Faith and faith, both, and the grace. So it will be a kind of a spiritual book, not in a new age sense, but in the sense of a person which is striving for her own evolution, and which is an evolution that never ends because certain things are very long to be taken care of. So it could become a story of reborn, coming back to life in a new form. Mm? And yeah, all of us have his own or her own story, and in our lives we have multiple stories. Of course, I've been hurt by this person, but then I've been hurt by many other people, and there are big wounds and small wounds. In each wounds there is a story that can be told. Mm? So I hope I helped you also to understand how the study of our lives can open the door to a better writing and a better choice also about the characters, their storyline, and the possibilities of developments. Write down now that you can in a few words what did you learned through this exercise. What was the lesson you received from your own writing down this letter, and how this could become a character story. It's interesting, no? Okay. Again, for today, I don't, maybe it's not all for me, but this is the end of the session together. And thank you very much for being with me. If you appreciate these videos, if you are receiving something from these videos, some inspiration, some more knowledge, some new way to do exercises in writing, if you appreciate all that, please subscribe these videos and subscribe the channel and put some likes. You will help me to spread the contents to all those people that want to try to write and want also to create a writing community. So let's cooperate, okay? Anyway, thank you very much for being with me. See you at the next video. Bye.